includes comprehension 30 marks, summary 10 marks, and language, which is a full 40 marks. Answer all questions, read the instructions carefully, start each section on a new page, leave a line after each answer, number the answers correctly according to the numbering system used in this question paper. For multiple choice questions, write only the letter A to D next to the question number in the answer book. Pay special attention to spelling and sentence construction. Use the following time frame as a guideline. Our section A, the reading phase, which is supposed to be read 3 times for you to understand and for you to get through the questions, is 50 minutes. Section B, which is summary and the cartoon, is 20 marks, and section C is 50 minutes. Write neatly and legibly. We are going to go to our beautiful question paper that had the most relevant topic, which is neologism of combination of 2 words from different languages, but which also looked at the eco-friendly world. Remember, we're doing gaps, and therefore all the things that we're going to be undergoing in this paper once has everything to do with what is happening around us. You have text A and text B, and then you're supposed to answer the set questions. And then the title said of text A, what in the world is plugging? If you are new to the term plugging, sit up and take notes. This is the running craze that is sweeping the streets from Sweden through Thailand to London and now South Africa. This new eco-friendly trend combines physical exercise with its mission to collect litter and help the environment. Bloggers refer to people who clean up litter as they run. Talk about multitasking. The word plugging is a combination of the English word jogging and the Swedish word plocka, which means to pick up. This movement was started in Sweden by trail runner Erik Hallström, who encouraged litter collection while jogging. Environmentally conscious runners have now taken to collecting litter during their runs. Bloggers pull on their disposable gloves, grab a bin bag, and scan the streets for litter along their route. Once the bag is full, the litter is deposited in an appropriate recycling bin, thus reducing the amount of litter making its way into the ocean. Plugging introduces additional movements to exercise that could burn more calories and adds an extra purpose to daily workouts, as pluggers are contributing to a really good cause. Those that plug regularly say it makes them feel even better in many ways. It keeps them motivated mentally and encourages them to add 5 more minutes of exercise or plug an extra kilometer so they can collect those extra pieces of rubbish. Going an extra mile leaves most pluggers feeling inspired to do more for the environment. Plugging can also be done while walking, cycling, or hiking. Basically, it just means combining exercise with picking up rubbish, and therefore it is beneficial to all. Plugging has numerous benefits for both the plugger and the planet. To become a successful plugger, one must have a positive attitude towards trying something new and a willingness to get a bit dirty. Many pluggers like to carry their own reusable garbage bags. Runners should keep in mind that the whole point of plugging is to stay in motion, so they will not be able to pick up every single piece of litter along the route. It is advisable that one gets a plugging buddy who can help collect the pieces left behind. Community members can also get involved by joining a plugging group in their area or even arranging their own plugging challenge. New pluggers can simply get a group of runners together, bring along some rubbish bags and protective gloves, and set out on a run. While running, pluggers will sneak in extra exercise by bending down again and again to pick up litter. In order to make plugging a trend, pluggers can post about their participation on social media to make it even more fun. They can share ideas and encourage others to start plugging. More than 60,000 photos of runners who participated in plugging all over the planet have already been posted on social media. It also does not really matter where they are plugging, because 90% of plastic that pollutes the oceans comes from land-based sources. It is therefore important to have blogging clubs in all communities. We all have our part to play in reducing pollution. Blogging is a great way to help solve this problem since it is a free and easy way to train while giving runners an opportunity to take care of the environment. The responsibility to save the planet by making it cleaner and healthier does not only lie with the environmentalists. We should always remember that if all hands are on deck, Lord always feels lighter. Without wasting any time, let's go to the questions. It says, choose the correct answer to complete the following sentence. The word craze suggests that blogging is becoming A, tiring, strange, B, C, unusual, and D, popular. Therefore, we are going for D because it is making it very popular now. Using your own words, explain why the writer refers to blogging as being eco-friendly. State 2 points. Right, we are going to touch on 2 elements here. One of them, our keyword is eco-friendly there. That's what we are going to be touching on. So when coming in, I believe we're mentioning the issues of, we're going to talk about the issue of it being, minimizes harm to the environment, minimizes harm to the environment. That's one of the reasons why we are saying he means it's eco-friendly. Number 2, it can be recycled. So we expected 2 points. So we are going to touch on those 2. So when you say why the writer refers to blogging as being eco-friendly, it means that it can be recycled. And as a result, it means that it becomes less harmful to the environment. Refer to paragraph 2, question 1.2. 1. Explain what is meant by bloggers scan the streets. They search, look out for. Those are the words that are coming in there. Search, look out for, hunt for. So that's what we mean by scanning the streets. Thoroughly, we can go for thoroughly as well. So which means thoroughly will come in. Thoroughly look for, thoroughly search for, right, thoroughly search or look out for or hunt for any rubbish that is there. Why is the following statement false? Bloggers take the litter to a dump site. Okay, let's go to paragraph 2 so that we can remove our answer, which shows that it's false. It says, once the bag is full, the litter is deposited in an appropriate recycling bin. So that's the answer for us being false because it goes to an appropriate recycling bin. So it does not go to a dump site. So that's our key there. 1.31, how does blogging contribute to the mental well-being of runners? If we go to paragraph 3, let's just go back a little bit. They talked about adds an extra purpose to daily workouts as bloggers are contributing to a really good cause. Those that blog regularly say it makes them feel even better in many ways, keeps them motivated mentally, and encourages them to add 5 more minutes of exercise or blog an extra kilometer so they can collect those extra piece of rubbish. Going an extra mile leaves more bloggers feeling inspired to do more for the environment. And our question said, how does it contribute to the mental well-being of runners? Okay, one of the things that we could mention is motivation, because it's for a good cause, and then it gives them more reason now to do it again. We are talking about motivation here. Motivation as it is for a wealthy cause. The other reason is that it gives them a reason to do more. It's a relief for them. So those are the things that might come in handy. Why do you think 1.32 cycling may be seen as the most challenging blogging activity? Stay 2 points. I believe we're talking about the already mounted, so which means they must unmount. I believe those are the dismount. Yes, they have to dismount several times. They have to dismount several times and mount again. So it becomes physically challenging for them. Stops, numerous stops is also coming in during cycling. It's physically demanding. So that's what we're getting there. The dismounting, mounting again several times, numerous stops during the cycling. 1.41. Why do many bloggers choose to carry reusable garbage bags? Mention 2 points. Can be used several times. Can be used several times. They are durable as well. They are durable. So those are the answers that we might incorporate there. Quote a single word which has the same meaning as partner from paragraph 4. Let's go to paragraph 4 and find out what we had there. It says, it is advisable that one gets a blogging buddy. I believe that's our word. We are definitely on buddy. That means partner. So remember they said quotes. So if they say quote, it means we have to put it in quotation marks when answering. Close quotation marks again. That's what we do in quoting. We go to 1.5. Refer to paragraph 5 using your own words. Explain how blogging makes physical exercise more effective. They talked about the bending down. Let's go back quickly if I remember. Yes, they talked about while running, bloggers will sneak in extra exercise by bending down again and again to pick up the litter. So what the question said, explain how blogging makes physical exercise more effective. It means they incorporate more exercise. Incorporate more exercise here. Incorporate more exercise. Variation of exercises. Variation of exercises. And then also extra activity, extra physical activity or exercises. As they bend frequently, bend down. All right, that's what we are talking about. We even gave more than 2 marks there. How does the use of social media promote blogging? Spreads the activities. What it does, creates awareness, exposes the blogging to the world. So we're also talking about the issue that also gives evidence. Why is the number of photos included in this passage? 60,000. Validation. I believe it's validation of a past of past blogging activities. That's one. And then it's evidence as well of activities. Its validation gives evidence as well, and therefore it also creates the success because that's a high number. Refer to paragraph 7. Explain what the writer means by if all hands are on deck, the load will always feel lighter. When we say all hands are on deck, it's working together. We are having working together, coming in. We're also having makes it, or it becomes easy. Working together makes it easier, makes the task easier. Also, it becomes manageable. So it can be easier, manageable, and less overwhelming. Those are the things that come in there. Do you think the act of blocking will save the planet? Remember, this is an opinionated answer. It can be a yes, it can be a no. If we say yes, you must be able to account. When we're talking about it's a dual benefit, it has a dual benefit. It has a dual benefit to the individual's health, to the blogger's health, and the planet. So those are the things that might come in. The planet benefits, becomes more eco-friendly and clean. The blogger himself or herself becomes healthy and more physically fit. So that's what we mean by the dual benefit. That is if you substantiate using yes. Discuss the suitability of the title. What in the world is blogging? When we say suitability, we are saying, is it appropriate? Is it effective? It is effective. It is suitable because it opens up. It opens up a new world of being participative in environmental issues. So it opens up a new world of being participative in environmental issues. It creates awareness. Of how to take care of the environment. At the same time, doing what we love. At the same time, doing our hobbies, like exercising. So those are the things that we're talking about. Your mark allocation was well because you had 2 marks, 1 mark allocations, and therefore which means it was a fair paper. We didn't have anything more than 2 marks, which made it easy to go through. So as a result, that's the end of our comprehension, written text comprehension. We're now going to go to text B, which is our visual comprehension. Rethink your drink, choose water. The Heart and Stroke Foundation of South Africa recommends no more than 6 to 9 teaspoons of added sugar per day from all drinks. How much sugar is in your 500 milliliter drink? It asks. Water, there are numbers on the side, which means it's 0 teaspoons. Flavored has 6 teaspoons of sugar. Sports drink has 7 teaspoons of sugar. Iced tea has 9 teaspoons of sugar. Fruit juice has 13 teaspoons of sugar. Fizzy drink has 15 teaspoons of sugar. Energy drink has 14 teaspoons of sugar. All right, it said consider text B as a wall. State 2 recommendations that are made in this text. The recommendations made, I believe, is choosing water as a drink. Because when we opened at the top, they said, rethink your drink, choose water. That's the first one. So as a result, we are talking about choosing water as a drink. And then they also gave a recommendation, no more than 6 to 9 teaspoons of added sugar per day. These are the choices that we're talking about. No more than 6 to 9 teaspoons of added sugar a day from all drinks. Those are our 2, what is this one? Options, recommendations that were given. So we have 2 there. So that's what we have. And then we go on to the second question, which says, what do the numbers in the text present? They present the teaspoons of sugar contained in each drink. It's a teaspoons of sugar contained in each drink. That's what we mean. According to the information given, why would the Heart and Stroke Foundation of South Africa discourage people from having energy drinks? I believe they cause heart problems. They said heart and stroke, right? Here we are. Yes. Says the Heart and Stroke Foundation. So that's where we are, which means they cause heart problems, heart failures, and then also they cause strokes. So that's the other reason why they would discourage people from having energy drinks. Discuss whether text B succeeds in conveying an important message. It does. Reality of the dangers of what we love consuming on our health. I believe it's an eye-opener. Those are the things that you could have discussed there. Reality, eye-opener. So those are the things that you can use there. Eye-opener to the problems that we face after consuming the drinks that we love. So those are the reasons. All right, we go on to section B, which is our summary, because we're done with our 30-mark comprehension. It says question 2, while some matriculants go straight to tertiary institutions after completing grade 12, others still want to take a break or a gap year to plan their future. Read text C below and list 7 points on how to plan a gap year. Okay. Your summary must be written in point form. List your 7 points in full sentences using no more than 70 words. Number your sentences from 1 to 7. Write only 1 point per sentence. Use your own words as far as possible. Indicate the total number of words you have used in brackets at the end of the summary. We know the instructions by now. We must abide by them as much as possible. We are going to extract our quotations and see which ones were relevant for us. Our question, we must have it at the back of our minds always. Our question said, how to plan a gap year. Okay, let's go to the first paragraph and see there. A gap year is seen by many young people as a time to relax and not do anything. In fact, a gap year is a perfect time for you to pursue your passions and improve your skills. Does any of this answer the question, how to plan a gap year? Yes, it is a perfect time for you to pursue your passions and improve your skills. That's quotation number 1 for us there. That's our first quotation that is relevant. When you have too much time on your hands, you can easily get distracted. To utilize your free time more productively, you can conduct research to get a clear vision of the gap year possibilities. Our second quotation is coming from this paragraph, and we're taking the issue of you can conduct research to get a clear vision of the gap year possibilities. That's where our second point is starting from here. So we are starting from here. Okay. You can conduct research to get a clear vision of the gap year possibilities. That becomes our number 2. All right. And then our number 3, it says you do not have to do all the work. A gap year consultant can offer planned packages and support you through the year. A gap year can be used as an opportunity to obtain more information about your dream career. Very true. We have our number 4 here, without fail. We have our number 3, my apologies. We have our number 3 there, whereby we're going to take this one. Obtain more information about your dream career. Consider what career path you want to follow and what qualifications are required in the field. If you plan to be a teacher, finding a job as a tutor will be beneficial. Use time off to learn a new skill. There's our point. Our number 4 is coming in here. That's our number 4. Use the time off. That's our number 4. To learn a new skill. That's planning for a gap year. If you decide to travel overseas, learn a new language. This will prepare you for translation jobs when you return. And then we are also going to talk about planning for a gap year. Number 5 also comes in here if you decide to travel overseas. So that's number 5 for us. Learn a language. That's our point. And then carry out a project you are passionate about, as it can be a possible source of income. We definitely have our number 6 here. Right. That's our number 6. Right. Your passion project should enable you to answer to your calling and prepare you for a future employment. Take time to talk to the people you meet. That's our number 7 there. Making a connection could help you find a friend and possibly increase your future professional team. That's our number 7. We have 7 beautiful quotes. Please remember you use synonyms. Please, when doing a summary, let's remember these skills so that we are able to use them. Please use synonyms to change into your own words so that you can be able to have a proper summary along. Those are our 7 quotations for a summary. A beautiful summary it was. Let's go to section C. Language analyzing an advertisement. Study the advertisement text deep below and answer the set questions. Energizer. The show goes on and on. Right. The text in small font reads as follows. AA4, Energizer, Ultimate Lithium, 20-year shelf life, world's longest lasting. What better way to spend the school holidays with your loved ones? Power you and your family can rely on. Power of joy. Okay, let's look at the visual again. In the visual, we have a family, a father with 2 children. We have the Energizer batteries and a human form with a smiley face of the Energizer battery. All right, let's go to the questions and see what we expected to do. Explain who the target audience is of these advertisements. I believe we're talking about batteries and we're seeing a remote control. This is for families. We're looking at families who love entertainment and are viewing on television. So that would be ideal for the target audience. It's for family consumption, so it's for families. That's the target audience. How does the headline, the show goes on and on, support the message of the advertisement? How does the headline, the show goes on and on, supports the message of the advertisement? The message says, what better way to spend the school holidays with your loved ones? Power you and your family can rely on. Power of joy. The show goes on and on, it says. Okay, so we're talking about on and on, continuity, never ending, continuous viewing, uninterrupted. Those are the things that are coming in now. We're talking of continuous viewing, uninterrupted, interrupted viewing for families during holidays. That's what we're expecting. So that's what we mean by never-ending visuals or use or viewing of shows or programs during holidays. Why does the advertiser include the slogan "World's Longest Lasting"? This is to grab their attention. AIDA principle is coming in. This one is definitely attention. We are going to the AIDA principle and taking their attention. It grabs the attention of the reader that the batteries are durable. So we're talking of durability here. That shows they are long lasting and is such reliable as well. So those are the answers that we're expecting. Choose the correct answer to complete the following statements. Power you and your family can rely on. The above is an example of power you and your family can rely on. It's a compound sentence. Definitely a compound sentence. And then the next one, it says, how does the visual of a battery with arms and a smiley face support the message of the advertisement? Joy. We are talking about joy. Faces smiling. We're having the family smiling. Guaranteed happiness. So that shows the smiley face shows power of the product is shows guaranteed happiness. We are talking of guaranteed happiness, yeah. That's how it's supposed, because it says joy. We are talking about joy in using the product. Do you think the visual of the men and children is effective in conveying the message of the advertisement? Substantiate your answer. The visual of the men, we're going to the visual quickly. Okay. The visual of the men, that's where we start our answer from. The visual of the men shows father and children with a remote in hand, meaning they are watching programs as the children are on holiday, which is showing the fun and laughter experienced from shows they are watching. So there will be fun, there will be laughter, there will be continuous viewing for the family, which is now substantiating the issue that they are continuously done. Viewing can be continuously done. The batteries allow you to continuously view your programs with your children during the long holidays when they're at home the whole day. That's our 10 marks for the advertisement. Let's go to our next question. Our next question is the cartoon. Read the cartoon text E below and answer the set questions. Frame 1 is no speech bubbles. Frame 2, we do have. Frame 3 says, my driver's license was in the jeans you just washed. Maybe you should have emptied the pockets before you put them in the laundry. Frame 5, there's no conversation. My mom is starting to have trouble taking responsibility for my actions. It's probably an aging thing. And then they gave us a guideline and said, in this cartoon, the boy's name is Jeremy. The woman is his mother and the other boy is his friend. Refer to frame 1. What evidence is there that Jeremy is indoors? I believe we're going to talk about the lamp. That's something. We're going to talk about the chest of drawers with the clothes hanging out. Those are the two visual clues that we're getting there. Why is the word written in bold font? I believe that shows the shouting at which it's done. He's shouting at the top of his voice. That's what the shouting means. And then it says, refer to frame 3. How does Jeremy express his frustration? Refer to one verbal and one visual clue in your answer. Verbal and visual clue to show frustration. I believe the pointing of the finger is something we're going to talk about. That's the visual clue. He's pointing at the piece of crumpled paper in his palm. That shows his frustration, the finger pointing. And I believe the verbal clue would be the pronouns. My driver's license, the emphasis will be the pronouns. My driver's license was in the jeans you just washed. Okay, so that's where we realize his frustration when he gives the pronouns to emphasize how it has ruined his driver's license. And then refer to frame 4, it says, study the following sentence. Maybe you should have emptied the pockets before you put them in the laundry. Identify the parts of speech for each of the underlined words. You is a pronoun. Emptied is a verb. Identify the parts of speech. Those are the two. Explain how the mother's body language in frame 4 is in contrast to her body language in frame 3. When we looked at the mother in frame 4, we are looking at the differences. In frame 3, she was facing Jeremy. We realize, yes, facing Jeremy and leaning towards him in anticipation of listening to what he has to say. The contrast comes in frame 4 when she is not facing Jeremy. She's facing, she turns her back on Jeremy, and as a result, which shows a dismissive state of her trying to dismiss what Jeremy has just said. So as a result, pushes the blame to Jeremy. That's dismissive. So those are the two things that we mean. And then it says, explain how the mother's body language in frame 4 is, we've done this one. Do you think the cartoonist succeeds in creating humor in this cartoon? We have irony as the humor, I believe. Yes, we have irony as the humor. Jeremy expects his mother to take responsibility of his actions, but it's his job to take responsibility of these actions. So yes, he does succeed in creating humor through irony. When you see the word irony, you must specify what type of irony it is, because we must be specific, whether it's irony, whether it's a pun, whether it's sarcasm, or whether it's satire. So you must specify the type of humor that you're dealing with there. All right, let's go to question number 5. Read the passage text F below, which has some deliberate errors, and answer the set questions. TikTok rules. Readers appear to prefer turning pages to switching on screens, according to the sellers of hard copies of books. The return to print sales are noticeable in South Africa. That could possibly be a consequence of screen fatigue. People are spending many hours a day staring at screens and sitting in meetings. So during their leisure time, most people choose to read. Many readers like Kirk have discovered that most books are trending under the hashtag book talk. Book talk is a TikTok subculture where book lovers discuss the books they enjoy reading. No other social media site has influenced book sales and bestseller lists quite like TikTok. Young users share the recommended books on TikTok. Within a short space of time, TikTok reaches millions of potential readers. Kirk said, "We are scrambling around local publishers for the recommended titles." The effect of book TikTok on the book trade is huge. Books by unknown authors are becoming so popular that they can end up on the list of top bestsellers. On the Devil's Trail by Ben Boysen is a local book that has seen sterling sales. While the internet is embracing reading, the book industry itself is modernizing. All right, we have deliberate errors being placed, and they want us to call them by name. They want us to call a pronoun error, a spelling error. So a punctuation, we must know our language components here so that we can be able to get through this section. Let's go to 5.11. Correct the single error in each of the following sentences. Write down only the question numbers and the words you have corrected. Readers appear to prefer turning pages to switching on screens, according to the sellers of hard copies of books. Our error, it's a spelling error. This is our spelling error. It's supposed to be double P. So that's what we call a spelling error. The return to print sales are noticeable in South Africa. That's a Concord error. The return to print sales is noticeable in South Africa. That could possibly be a consequence of screen fatigue. That's a wrong word. It's supposed to be the off screen fatigue. While the internet is embracing reading, the book industry itself is modernizing. Itself is a punctuation error, so which means we're not supposed to be having the apostrophe, which means it's itself without the apostrophe. Those are our language errors. We go on to our 5.12. 5.12 says to us, complete the following tag question. Write down only the missing words. Most people choose to read, don't they? We are creating a tag. Question mark. Rewrite the following sentence in the present continuous tense. Book lovers discuss the books they enjoy reading. Book lovers are discussing, that will be in the present, are discussing the books they enjoy reading. Study the following sentence. No other social media site has influenced book sales and bestsellers lists like TikTok. Use a homophone for the word site in a sentence of your own. So the other site that we're talking about is for the vision, this one. So you have to just create your own sentence using that homophone. Rewrite the following sentence in the passive voice. Rewrite the following sentence. Young users share the recommended books. The recommended books in passive voice. The recommended books are being shared by young users. are being shared by young users. Okay. And then rewrite the following sentence in the negative form. TikTok reaches millions of potential readers. TikTok does not reach, that's a negative, does not reach millions of potential readers. And then 5.17 says, rewrite the following sentence in reported speech. Keck said, we are scrambling around local publishers for the recommended titles. We are reporting, Keck said that. Keck said that they are scrambling around local publishers. They were scrambling, it's past tense, they were scrambling around local publishers for the recommended titles. That's our reported, which must be in past tense. Titles. Provide an antonym for the underlined word in the following sentence. When we're talking about the effect of book talk on the book trade is huge. Small. Why is On Devil's Trail written in italics? It was the title of the book, so it must be in italics. Title of the book. Right. This is what we call language structures. And as such, let's go to 5.2. Study the text G below and answer the questions. Build your future through education. Choose the word from the option given in brackets. It says the underlined part of the word education, they only underline the ION. It is the suffix. The root word is the main word, and therefore that will be the wrong answer. It is the suffix. Combine the following sentences into a single sentence. Learners dream of success. Learners do not work hard. While learners dream of success, they do not work hard. Provide the correct degree of comparison in the following sentence. The grade 12 year was more difficult than grade 11. If the correct form of the word in brackets 5.24, my teacher has always emphasized the importance of education. Our answer is supposed to be the importance of education. Give the plural form of the underlined word is our 5.25. Mr. Reed ensured that there was order in his class. The plural of class is classes, and therefore that becomes our language structures. That is the grand total of 40 marks for that section. Revise your spellings, revise your superlatives, comparatives. Language must be revised. Tag questions are coming out. We are looking at sentence construction is also dominating, and we're also talking about reported speech because it's coming in. Passive and active voice is also there. So those are the language structures that you must revise. We have finally come to the end of the revision.